Hi, this is Ed and welcome to the Outer Dark. For over a decade, there has been a symbol of truth to power, and that person has been one of the founders of WikiLeaks, namely Julian Assange. But in days, he could be in handcuffs and in fact renditioned back to the United States, to what is equivalent to a CIA black site. But what do I mean? Well, stay tuned as the Outer Dark brings you 5 things we know about Julian Assange's impending arrest. Number 5. Julian Assange has been detained in the Ecuadorian embassy in London for over half a decade. There is no outside area in the Ecuadorian embassy, so Julian Assange cannot even see sunlight, and it has been a long time since he's seen any. In fact, back in 2012, he equated it to living inside a space station. They've even cut off his internet access at one time, and he lives under the constant threat of being extradited to the United States through the proxy mechanism of Sweden. Number 4. There is no crime that Julian Assange has been charged with. The European arrest warrant for Julian Assange has no formal charge on it for any offence. Think about that for a moment. Julian Assange faces arrest the moment he steps out of the Ecuadorian embassy in London for a Swedish arrest warrant that has not even one charge on it for any offence. Number 3. But it really does not matter if there was a charge, since there's been a long smear campaign against Julian Assange, which has been ongoing year after year, with false charge, false accusation being debunked one by one. The last failure coming from 2011, when the Obama administration sent a plane load of FBI agents to Iceland in order to indeed frame Julian Assange. And this is coming from the Icelandic former minister's own words. There was only one problem. The former minister stated he refused any cooperation with the FBI and asked them to indeed cease their activities. Number 3. The only difference is now is that Julian Assange is literally about to be placed in handcuffs in days or even hours, the moment his asylum is revoked, which has literally been promised by the current front runner in the Ecuadorian election, who will be president at least only in a few days on April the 2nd, and has promised to evict Julian Assange, meaning Julian Assange will have to leave right into police custody. And at this point we have to ask ourselves, what kind of world do we live in? Have we really gone this far? When an innocent man, a journalist, has been charged with no crime whatsoever and can be taken into custody in broad daylight, a national figure in the middle of a first world country, renditioned black to a CIA black site for reporting on the mass abuse of power. Have we really gone this far? And if that, what happens now and what's next? Well, that might be hard to see, but we would literally be in a psychologically different world. But although we couldn't see, we can make some guesses. Number 2. Every politician involved would probably be by standby or direct action, would likely face large resistance in any re-election, since these politicians would be complicit with one of the most greatest miscarriages of justice of a national figure, a world icon in history. The backlash indeed from the internet community would be so large in such a wave that it would be almost unimaginable. Number 1. If you would like to help Julian Assange, then please check out the links in the description. But here is a letter on screen which you can print or capture and then send and sign to the address mentioned. If you are near, you might even want to go in and ask why Australia has turned its back on Julian Assange. I will have a special section on WikiLeaks in my weekly updates just to keep everyone informed of what is actually happening. Will Julian Assange be let free? Will he be able to be walked out of the embassy without being placed into custody? WikiLeaks, Julian Assange, as far as I'm concerned, are the equivalent of Samuel L. Jackson, and there is a whole load of snakes on this plane. And the only way to get the snakes off the plane, of course, is to try and open some windows. And WikiLeaks is pretty much the only place that's doing that right now, with still 99% of Vault 7 to come. Of course, WikiLeaks did drop, in actual fact, another WikiLeaks today. I will cover that, of course, in my next video. But in the meantime, this is a really short video to highlight what's going on with Julian Assange. But go out there and have a look, do some research. There's a lot of information out there as to what's happening right now and the small remaining days that Julian Assange has left until he's evicted from the Ecuadorian embassy itself. And if you like the video, please do give it a thumbs up and let me know what you think in the comment section. Visit the link Justice for Assange, which will also be pasted in the comment section. And feel free to upload this video on your YouTube channel or wherever you like. You can also monetize it. Do whatever you like with it, and please do share it as widely as you can. But for now, this is Ed from the Outer Dark, and I'll see you guys later.
We have the chance to turn the pages over. We can write what we want to write. We gotta make things leak so we can get much bolder. We're all wiretapped now. We're all being fed lies. Not long till we get all the rats out. Once we turn on